Welcome to our ethics training induction. Today we delve into the essence of our shared values, exploring the principles that not only define us as a company, but shape our legacy in the corporate landscape. Ethics is defined as moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conduct of an activity. A person can also be a corporate entity, like ourselves, a company. Our ethics are fundamentally our values. Each person develops their own ethical principles, and each person's ethics are different. We aim to set the standard of ethics that demonstrates responsibility, justice, fairness, transparency, and honesty. Therefore, our 6 Kobold ethics are safety, anti-corruption, community support, environmental protection, anti-discrimination, and integrity. Today's ethics training is centered on anti-corruption, anti-discrimination, and integrity.
We at Kobold Metals and Mingomba Mining Limited have a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to corruption. In whatever form, anywhere we operate, we prohibit the paying of bribes, directly or indirectly, to any private actor or public official.
Our policy is well enforced, and we ensure that all our staff and personnel are trained and well vested on anti-corruption matters. Our policy reflects our current corruption risk profile, and this is why we periodically report to our board of directors as to how the policy is being implemented. We are also required by law under the Anti-Corruption Commission Act of 2012 of the laws of Zambia to provide for the prevention, detection, investigation, prosecution, and punishment of corrupt practices and related offenses.
Our policy is simple. All forms of bribery, kickbacks, facilitation payments, extortion, or corruption are prohibited.
Discrimination is the act of unfairly treating one group of people over another based on many factors such as gender, race, tribe, ethnic group, nationality, disability, or age. At Kobold, we practice anti-discrimination, which means we will treat all groups of people fairly. We are aware of the systemic and individual unconscious bias. Therefore, to employees, please do not promise or offer friends and your family a job. At Mingomba and Kobold, all hiring decisions are based on merits and qualifications after a robust, transparent recruitment process. To external parties, please do not unfairly solicit for personal or business favors based on your association or who you know. We commit to not discriminate against anyone based on their race, tribe, ethnicity, nationality, disability, age, or gender.
Kobold will not offer any employment as an improper quid pro quo, bribe, or otherwise improperly influence, induce, or reward business decisions.
Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. For a business to be successful, we must have a solid foundation based on integrity. One way of doing this is to ensure that accurate and detailed financial records are supported by the right paperwork.
There is no room for fiction at Kobold. False records, made-up stories, and off-the-book accounts are strictly prohibited.
Compliance is one of the key ingredients that keeps the business machine running smoothly. At Kobold, we're not just about transactions, but also about relationships. We're not merely opening doors, we're seeking out the best partners for our business journey. To make this happen, we take a risk-based approach to ensure compliance by third parties as follows.
Firstly, we conduct risk-based due diligence on all third parties we wish to or are already engaged with. Secondly, select third parties must be subject to written agreements with appropriate anti-corruption terms. Commissions or other compensations paid to a third party must be in reasonable amounts and reflect fair market value for services provided. No payments must be made in cash to third parties, nor to bank accounts that are not in the third party's name and in the country where the services are rendered. Fourthly, the company personnel are expected to monitor third parties to ensure they continue to operate according to the terms of our anti-corruption policy. Should any personnel notice any red flags, they're expected to notify the appropriate office. Lastly, we may put in place other additional controls based on the risks presented by the third party. Our company personnel can't provide or receive gifts, parties, fancy dinners, trips, or anything like that to sweeten deals or sway business decisions. Any gift hamper valued at more than 600 kwacha or $25 will be politely declined by Kobold. We do not work in isolation from authorities. As such, we will require to engage with public authorities as our key stakeholders. To public officials, we will never offer favors or receive favors from you. This is against the law.
In conclusion, we believe business can be done on fair and meritable terms. We shall never ask for favors. To employees and business partners, avoid any sort of gift that may improperly influence business decisions. Company personnel can't use political contributions, community support, or charitable donations to engage in illegal exchanges to influence business decisions. Kobold Metals maintains a non-partisan stance and respects the government of jurisdictions Kobold Metals operates in. If you have any question about the rules, speak up. Report any suspicions of rule breaking or corruption. Reporting is crucial. We have an open door policy to reporting misconduct. The company is committed to maintaining the confidentiality of your identity to the fullest extent possible. Play it fair, report it square. At Mingomba, we are custodians of trust and architects of transparency.
Any company personnel who mislead or hinder or fail to cooperate with investigators reviewing potential violations of this policy will be subject to appropriate disciplinary action.
Let us embark on a path where our actions resonate with unwavering commitment, where accountability is not a burden, but a guiding light. If you're going to be a business partner, service provider, or supplier to Mingomba Mining Limited, here is your playbook.
Provide goods and services in an ethical manner. Provide a description of the environmental benefits of the good or service where applicable. Ensure that best practice health and safety standards are upheld. Explicitly demonstrate providing employment equity opportunities to women or differently abled persons. Ensuring Mother's Day leave is provided every month to every female employee according to Zambian law. Adopt localization policies where applicable. Be an involved partner in environmental, social, and governance principles, ESG, through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, CSR.
Therefore, business partners and suppliers of the company must submit within their proposal a sustainable community initiative in line with the partnered corporate social responsibility.
We are also obligated to conduct ourselves in an ethical manner. Therefore, we commit to treat all suppliers ethically, equitably, and fairly. Periodically review service levels in a collaborative manner. Address procurement queries with transparency. Address procurement complaints raised by bidders and vendors. This policy is applicable to all relevant stakeholders for the procurement of goods, works or services, non-consultancy and consultancy services. If a supplier doesn't give a nod to our policy, we will not be doing business with them. Let's keep our alliances clear and our mission focused. We would like for you to declare any potential conflicts of interest, whether it be conflict of directorship, family relationships, directors of companies who hold public office, or politically exposed persons. This not only protects each party, but the company from questionable conduct. All queries regarding procurement of goods and services must be channeled to the relevant office, namely the Finance Department. The adjudication team operates independently from the negotiating team. Caution: the CEO does not award contracts. The CEO will never promise a contract. In the event of any deviation from the stipulated conditions within this policy by a supplier and the company, an inquiry will ensue.
But we also like to be reasonable. Depending on the severity of the breach, the company may offer suppliers the opportunity to rectify any issues or false information.
Sanctions. Any supplier that breaches this policy, including but not limited to non-satisfactory delivery of goods and services, substandard contract performance, collusion and/or price fixing, and corrupt practices will be blacklisted from providing goods and services to the company.
Mingomba Mining Limited endeavors to build a resilient society in Zambia and beyond. Mingomba Mining Limited sees its business partners and stakeholders as integral to its mission. Each service provision is seen as a powerful opportunity to drive positive change, aiming to transform our society into a sustainable and responsible community. Thank you for investing your time in fostering a culture of integrity. Carry these values with pride and let them guide your every interaction with us.